welcome back to Happy Bake Day, where every day is a happy bake day. I hope your pumpkin spice cake donuts with the vanilla chai glaze from last week turned out delicious. If you missed that episode, you can check it out right here. Today is our special Halloween episode, and it's actually an extra special Halloween episode because we are collaborating with Catbird Coffee Roasters. For our spooky Halloween episode, we are using this dark roast black cat coffee sent to me from Catbird. I'm very excited to use this here in our recipe. And with that delicious coffee, we are going to be making chocolate spooky worms and dirt cupcakes with a red velvet pudding filling. Now for our red velvet pudding filling, I did make it ahead of time last night just to save a little bit of time, but also to let it cool down completely in my refrigerator. I think it is going to be the perfect fun filling here for our extra chocolatey cupcakes.
He was no criminal. He was a poor man who was forced to steal to feed his family.
The testimony of the witnesses contradicts.
Liars!
Paul Caffrey, you are found guilty of witchcraft. You are found guilty. You are found guilty. Witchcraft. You are found guilty.
Now these cupcakes will be made in a few different parts. Like I said, the pudding was already made ahead of time. The next part here is going to be our cupcakes. The last part is the frosting, and then it will be time to decorate. So to make the actual cupcake part, you're going to need the following ingredients. 10 ounces of semi-sweet chocolate chips, 4 cups of cake flour, 1/2 cup of cocoa powder, 3 teaspoons of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 cup of buttermilk, 4 teaspoons of vanilla extract, 4 cups of packed dark brown sugar, 4 sticks of salted butter at room temperature, 6 large eggs plus 2 egg yolks also at room temperature, and 2 cups of brewed dark roast coffee, and I am using today Catbird Coffee Roasters Black Cat Coffee. The first step in making our cupcakes is we need to preheat our oven to 350 degrees. Our next step is to melt our chocolate chips in the microwave. I suggest putting them in the microwave at 30-second intervals and stirring between each interval to make sure that the chocolate gets heated evenly all the way through. And it might take about 2 minutes or so, and once your chocolate is completely melted, you can let it rest on your counter to cool down a little bit. You don't want it to be steaming hot, but a little bit warm and still fluid is exactly what we're looking for. And with that, our chocolate is melted and ready to go. Our next step is to sift together some of our dry ingredients. I have my cake flour, cocoa powder, baking soda, and salt. I'm going to sift them together here with my sieve and put it here into a medium bowl. Next, I pulled out my medium-sized measuring cup that's got a little spout here, and we're going to mix together the buttermilk and the vanilla and set it aside with the flour mixture. I have the bowl to my stand mixture here, and what I'm going to do is add the brown sugar and all the butter into the bowl. I have a paddle attachment here on my stand mixer, and I'm going to, on medium speed, beat the sugar and the butter together until it's fluffy and well combined and maybe a little pale in color, and then we'll continue adding our ingredients. batter is made, and it is going to be super extra chocolatey, which is perfect. I have here 2 muffin tins that I've lined with cupcake liners. I've also pulled out my scoop to help make it a little bit easier to transfer the batter from the bowl here into my cupcake liners. You want to fill the cupcake liners about 3/4 of the way full. I caution you not to do too much more than that because as they bake, you don't want the cupcakes to spill over. Once the batter is filled into the cupcake liners, you can go ahead and bake these at 350 degrees. Our oven has preheated, and you'll bake them for anywhere from 22 to 27 minutes. I always caution you to start at that 22-minute mark. Use a cake tester to make sure that they're baked all the way through. And once they're done, you can pull them out of the oven. You'll want to let these rest in your cupcake tins for about 5 or so minutes, and then you can take them out and transfer them to a wire rack to finish cooling. And you will want these to cool completely down all the way through before we move on to the next step. Our cupcakes are out of the oven and they look perfect. I may have tried one already, and I have to say it might be the best chocolate cupcake I've ever had. Maybe I'm biased, you'll have to let me know for yourself. But they're ready for the next step. We're gonna cut a hole through the middle. If you have a cupcake corer, this is the perfect time to use it. Otherwise, I have a small paring knife. I'm just gonna cut a hole. And I've also pulled out my red velvet pudding from my refrigerator. And I'm going to pipe a small amount of my pudding into the hole in my cupcake. Is to make our chocolate buttercream frosting. I have my ingredients laid out here. What you're going to need for that is 1 cup of unsalted butter softened, 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, 3/4 teaspoon of salt, 1/2 cup of dark cocoa powder, 4 cups of powdered sugar, and 1/4 cup of heavy whipping cream. After I make my frosting, I'm going to put it in a piping bag and pipe it on top of my cupcakes. Our last step is to decorate our cupcakes. I have here some gummy worms, some spooky Halloween sprinkles. I also have some Reese's pumpkins that I cut in half, and I used some icing to write some fun spooky saying. And I also have here some crushed Oreos that I scraped the cream out and put them in my food processor just to crush them up, which will be our spooky dirt. And time to decorate. Our cupcakes are now complete. As you can see, I did half with my Reese's Headstones, and I did half with a classic worms and dirt topping. I want to thank Catbird Coffee Roasters again for this wonderful, delicious coffee that we have infused into our cupcakes. They turned out fantastic. I hope you had a great time baking with me today, making our spooky chocolate cupcakes with the red velvet pudding filling. Please don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you had fun with me today. I appreciate each and every subscriber as you join me on this journey from banker to baker. You can also follow us on social media or visit our website for this and all of our other recipes. Until next time, I hope you have a very happy bake day.
You are found guilty of witchcraft. Shall be taken to the place of execution, where all designs and residue of the devil shall be burned away from us.